Welcome to my tutorial of Big Kong. This is a arcade hack of Crazy Kong on the Galaxian hardware, apparently. And this is like a fucking, this is like Donkey Kong bullshit edition, basically. It's really fucking cheap. It's one of those harder hacks of the original Donkey Kong. Now, normally these games take me about 4 minutes to beat when I beat ports of Donkey Kong, but I go through a high volume game, so I've gone through a lot of Donkey Kong versions over the years. But I'm starting to explore more of the hacks. And this one took me around an hour and 27 minutes to beat, so this was one of the harder hacks. Much harder than Crazy Kong. It's just a lot of bullshit. You're going to be... Like on this first stage, you want to make sure you take the path where all the flames are not at. So you may either want to go on the left or right side, depending if the flames are congregating too much on one side. So just try to take the path that's clear for this first stage. There is only 4 stages, but so jump this barrel. But this is one of the hardest stages in the game. It's really bullshitty. What they make you do is they make you climb up a really, these really long fucking ladders, 2 really long ladders. And, of course, during those ladders, you cannot leave the ladder. So, if a barrel decides to roll down the ladder, you're dead. That's it. Game fucking over. So I did set it to 6 lives. In the dip switch, you can do that. But I only ended up dying twice in the actual run, so I did technically beat it on the default 3 lives that they give you. So here I die. It's very fucking trolly, very shitty. There's going to be a lot of luck, I think. For me, there was. I wasn't able to consistently beat this stage or the last stage. The other 2 stages weren't too bad. Fairly predictable. Not completely. I'm probably going to die again here. It just gets fucking ridiculous. Yeah, it was just a matter of time with that setup. It's just like if you get a bad setup, it's just really hard to turn things around. I don't know how to do it. So, I just say, fuck it, I'll just die and I'll just restart the game eventually if I die enough times. But I'm kind of just hoping for a reasonable fucking setup that I can manage. It's cool that there's hacks like this to make it more challenging, but this one is definitely kind of bullshitty with the really long ladders. It just adds like a dice roll element, as I call it, to where you're going to die or you're not going to die, depending what the game decides. Because see, if the barrel comes down this ladder, I could kiss my fucking ass goodbye. And they're coming at such a rate that, you're really going to be able to climb up without one passing over the ladder, right? And if it does pass over the ladder, there's a good chance it's going to go down the ladder. So I don't think there's any real way around that without luck. I think you do need to get lucky to beat this without dying. I don't think you can do it consistently, but I could be wrong. I know there's people who did crazy scoring runs on this game, but maybe they just earned a lot of extra lives to make up for the fuck-ups, I'm guessing you can reduce your amount of risk by learning the game better, but I don't know if you can remove it completely with this fucking game. So you want to cross when the flame is down in a different area, hopefully, for that first part. And then these springs fall in the same area each time, so just don't stand where they're going to come down at. But the main thing you're going to learn from this, aside from following the way I move and jump, is there's 2 safe spots up at the top, which is pretty essential. So I'm going to show those. Jump here and stand right here. That's the first safe spot. Now get your nose to the end of the left side of the ladder, and you got another safe spot. You can stand there as long as you need to, and when it's clear, just press up, climb up the ladder. That's it. So that part is actually easy compared to the other bullshit stage, So this is super hard. I like to start with the first side and get these fucking bolts out of here by walking over them or jumping over them. Don't fall in the gaps, obviously. Now be aware, when you clear out these little metal segments, it means that the fire cannot cross over that gap, right? So part of the trick here is to cut off the section so that the fire can't cross over to you. And you want to get this hammer early on when you get a chance. And try to kill as many of these flames as you can, but it's a lot of luck because you can't climb up and down ladders with the hammer while you're using it. So you're hoping that all the flames will kind of congregate by your hammer and get hit by your hammer, right? And you want to take out 5 or 6 if you can. It really does help. Because it's a dense mess. That's a really hard fucking stage. It doesn't look that hard, but I got I got like a routine down to it. And I couldn't do that every time, but that stage is fucking hard. It's really bullshitty. Because you'll have all the flames and they won't move out of your fucking way, and they'll be taking over the ladders. They'll be all over the fucking place. But my best tips are, this is the second loop, so I'm not going to comment on this. This is just bullshit. I was just fucking around with the second loop. I just wanted to beat the game, which means for me beating the first loop. So I was just fucking around here with the second loop, just trying it out. But yeah, for that last stage, I guess I want to go over a little outline of it. The main thing to do is start with the left side, as you saw me do. Get all the bolts out of the left side first. And then what you want to do is you want to jump over on the top floor. There's a hammer. You want to get the hammer on the top floor. Whenever the flames aren't around, you know, you kind of want the flames to be around so you can hit them, but at the same time, you need enough of an opening to where you can grab the hammer safely. And then you want to start using it immediately and taking out as many flames as you can that come down and up the ladders in that area. And then once you do that, you know, remove the bolt and then start working your way down. That's the best I can. I mean, that's pretty much the method I always went with. And keep in mind that when you remove those bolts, the flames cannot cross. So that's a way to keep the flames from crossing over to the other side. But they will climb up the ladders and shit. So you can't just hang out on the ladders either. And they're much faster than you. So it becomes kind of a fuck fest to where it seems like you can't always save the run. You know, it does feel very cheap. But those are all the strategies I used basically, and that's pretty much what I did. I mean, and it is, you know, it is doable. It's only 4 stages at least. So you don't go back that far, but it's just irritating. So here we'll see more of this stage, which is one of the hardest stages in the game. See, shit like that. I mean, what the fuck are you supposed to do about that? That one didn't even go down the ladder. They do troll shit like where the barrel just fucking decides to just fly off the edge. So, I mean, I don't know what the fuck you do about that. I don't know how you can predict that. I've also tried using the hammer and just trying to hammer a bunch of the barrels and then go up the ladders, thinking maybe it would reduce the spawn count of the barrels, you know, and make it more, you know, less dense with the amount of barrels. But the barrels just keep spawning no matter what you do. So, if you want to use the hammers, use them to kill stuff for points on that stage, because I did get a 1-up before on points, especially early in the game. So you can get 1-ups through points. I don't know what the points are for the 1-ups, the point values. I didn't check that, but I did get an extra life early on by hammering the barrels, I think. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, let me know, and thanks for watching.